اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وآل إبراهيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم والتابعين إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. اللهم ارزقنا علما نافعا ورزقا واسعا وشفاء من كل داء، ونعوذ بك من علم لا ينفعه ومن قلب لا يخشعه ومن عين لا تدمعه ومن نفس لا تشبعه ومن دعاء لا يستجاب له. آمين آمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم ألهمنا وسددنا، اللهم ألهمنا وسددنا، اللهم ألهمني رشدي وأعوذ بك من شر نفسي. اللهم أتمم علينا نعمك ظاهرة وباطنة، واسترنا فوق الأرض وتحت الأرض ويوم العرض عليك، وأرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه، وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه، وضع البركة والنور والقبول فيما نفعل وفيما نقول، واجعلنا من الصادقين المخلصين إن شاء الله يا رب العالمين. أما بعد, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, number 10, by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Al-Qadr, destiny. And some of you might know me, and the one who doesn't know me, they said, why you keep talking about this topic? And the more I hear people, the more it scares me. The majority of the Muslims are ignorant about the Qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And believe it or not, when you look to the early scholar in Islam, they wrote a lot of books, a lot of details about this topic. Why? Because when you see and you follow me, how many verses in Quran emphasize about this topic? And again, a quick reminder for me and you, without going too much details, don't ever forget certain constitution in Islam. Quran never contradict each other. Islam do not contradict each other. Ahadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam do not contradict each other. If any contradiction, meaning we misunderstand. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's the ultimate composer. Everything He wrote, everything He said, everything He tell us, you find it's really like a puzzle get together. And it's so beautiful. It get together so beautiful. Any time is not fit, something you misunderstand, it will causing a problem. This is why I'm trying to explain to you this topic from every perspective can be possible. And believe it or not, I'm dropping a lot of argue, a lot of debate. I do not believe in that. It's not for us to learn. Today, I wanted to keep in your mind when we dig in here, with all this knowledge you're hearing, with all the amount of order from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Imagine Allah tell you everything is written, everything is written, everything is written. In meantime, you find out He tell you do, don't, do, don't, and He give us advice. By this way, you will find another section and another word of Allah in Quran. It's almost like we are having unbelievable freedom to do whatever we want. And I will go through that, inshallah. Is any contradiction? I want you to remember the story of Adam alayhi salam. Certain knowledge, it should be a constitution. Don't ever forget it. When Allah created Adam and He tell him, go to Jannah, live, and don't eat from this tree. When you study Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with his ultimate wisdom and knowledge, he knows exactly what will happen. But in here, can we go and say, because Allah's knowledge is already ordained everything, what is my fault? This is the whole topic about seeking knowledge. Because the more you seek knowledge, you come to only one conclusion. The more you seek knowledge, you come to one conclusion. I know you hear it from me over and over again, but I will not be tired of saying it. I'm in control of everything, meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Come to me, seek my guidance, seek my support. Whatever condition you are in, I don't care. Come to me. You are a sinner, come to me. You have no quality, come to me. You have beautiful quality, come to me and remember who gave it to you. I don't have quality. Come to me, I will give you. I have no ability, I'm weak. I don't know. Humbly, come to me. Call me. Call me. Show me how sincere you are. Call me and make an effort. Call me and make steps and I will help you. Because we have the two examples, don't ever forget it. Adam alayhi salam commit sins, he was weak. He said, oh Allah, forgive me. Allah forgive him. And he chose him. Shaitan make a mistakes. He said, you trick me. It's you. Astaghfirullah al-Azim. And this, believe it or not, somebody asked me, can a Muslim said, I don't see justice? Can a Muslim said, is no justice? You see, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala create goodness, why Allah create evils, why Allah allow it to happen, is a trial. Is a trial. We are a trial for each other. Somebody commit mischief, we're supposed to stop. Somebody commit aggression and oppression, we're supposed to stop. You are rich, you're supposed to spend. You poor, you're supposed to be patient. Because Quran containing all the advice from Allah to you. And if I'm a slave to Allah and Quran in my constitution, Allah want me, come here, this is my book, this is my map. Follow me, I will help you. Follow me, I will guide you. Follow me, I will support you. Follow me, I will give you victory. If you choose not to follow, you choose it. And now all the warning in Quran will be coming in action. And I have to give you another constitution. Don't ever forget it. Because all this, when I said to you constitution, the moment you forget it, you are causing a problem to yourself. Dunya and akhirah. You remember the famous verse 68 from Al-Qasas? وَرَبُّكَ يَخْلِقُ مَا يَشَاءُ وَيَخْتَارُ. Allah, He create what He want and He choose what He want. Don't ever forget that. Allah create what He want. He choose what He want. Time, place, people. He create and He choose. Oh Allah, why you don't choose me? Allah tell me, humble, I will choose you. Oh Allah, I wish to be like so and so. It's not your business. Thank Allah for who you are. Trust Allah for His wisdom. Each one of us created for wisdom. The way we look, the way we behave, physically, emotionally, material status, you name it. By this way, I have to be calm, full of sakina and tuma'nina, thanking Allah. Thank you, Allah, you choose me. Oh Allah, but I wish for this quality. Allah tell me, make dua. Read about this quality. Try to imitate my beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Make an effort, I will give you. Oh Allah, but I try, I fail, I cannot do it. Allah tell me, don't worry about it. Tawfiq from me. All I want from you is struggle, try, I will help you out. And this why, this knowledge, what it do to me? If I see someone less fortunate than me in material, in beauty, in sickness, in knowledge, in ability, in goodness, anybody lower than me, what I should do? Thank Allah. Alhamdulillah. الذي عافاني مما ابتلى به كثيرا من عباده وفضلني تفضيلا. This is a teaching of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. You can go find another narration of the hadith. Is, oh Allah, thank you. The one who purify me and cleanse me from what he inflicted other servant of, and he chose me among them. Meaning, anytime I have something, thank Allah. And this, believe it or not, the mother of all the message of Islam, thanking me, believe in me, trust in me, show gratitude to me. This is why one of the quality of the non-Muslim or the disbeliever, do not show gratitude to Allah. Imagine you breathe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala air. You're living in his bounty, but you will not recognize him. Recognize Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not only a word. Oh God! This is easy to say. But God, Allah, the Creator, the Almighty, what He want? He want me to show appreciation, thank Him, humble myself to Him. And whatever happened in my life, whatever happening is a decree. It has a wisdom. I like it or I don't. I prefer it or no. I love it or I hate it. Is part of my slavery. And life will never go on completely the way I like. I will get sometimes things I like. I will get sometimes things I do not like. And what Allah wants from me? If I get something I like, thank me, show gratitude to me, use it for me. It become a bounty. And if I do not have what I like, be patient, thank me. Nothing cannot reach you if it's written for you. And if it's not written for you, nothing can reach you. Don't be hard-headed. Don't be arrogant and stubborn. This is what I want. Why did I not get this? No. We can wish, we can supplicate, we can make dua, we can pray, but we cannot demand. We cannot demand. This big topic, very important topic. Very soon, I will open with you a topic, but I'm just preparing you for some constitution. Now I will take you to a couple of constitution. This will come later, but I want little bit make you think to see what going on, which is the first half of verse 29, chapter Al-Kahf. Chapter Al-Kahf is a cave, verse 29, the first half. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَقُلِ الْحَقُّ مِنْ رَبِّكُمْ. Say the truth from your Lord. فَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيُؤْمِنْ وَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيَكْفُرْ. Whoever want believe, believe. Whoever do not want believe, do not believe. I want you to remember here. In here, this verse is the opposite of everything we talk about it now for 10 weeks. Allah said, you want believe, believe. You don't want believe, believe. But that's why you will find in Quran A lot of verses, it talked to me like I have a pure freedom to decide whatever I like. Can this piece of knowledge contradict another piece of knowledge? No. It will come like a puzzle. For example, you sit, you're listening. You can listen, you can go home, you can choose another person. You can go sit down on the internet, you can listen to Quran, you can listen to me, you can watch a movie, you can listen to song. You can do whatever you like. You believe in Allah, you believe in His Prophet ﷺ, you believe in his teaching, you try to follow, and his guidance and decree. You're not a believer, you're weak, you cannot follow. Go to him, he will guide you. Anyway, the main concern today, I want you to remember, in case I die and we cannot continue, is in this topic, you will see very soon a different kind of conversation between Allah and us, which He talked to us like we have completely freedom. And this is why you will find a lot of written when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, the angel is writing what you're doing. The angel is watching what you're doing. I am watching what you're doing. By the way, is a lot of warning about what we're doing, what we're saying. It's almost like the message from Allah to us, we have pure freedom to do whatever we want. Both of them is correct. Don't dig too much. Now, we're going to start today with something. Is verse 83, chapter Maryam. 83, chapter Maryam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us a question. ألم تر أن أرسلنا الشياطين على الكافرين تؤزهم أزة? Did you not see? We send shayateen over kafirin. We send shayateen over the disbeliever. تؤزهم أزة. When you study the word أزة, is coming from, you call it Aziz al-Mirjal. Aziz al-Mirjal is when you have a big pot over the fire and it start making noise. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He, with His ultimate wisdom, He tell you the condition of the kafir inside, the condition of the disbeliever inside. What is that? Shayateen, it make you boiling inside. Whisper, doubt, uncertainty, not content, this, that. Why Allah allow it and send it? Try. In meantime, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in chapter Al-Hajj, verse 42, Inna ibadi laysa laka alayhim sultan. Allah, He talked to Shaitan and He said, my servant, you have no power and control over them. My servant, you have no power and control over them. And in this verse, إِلَّا مَنِ اتَّبَعَكَ مِنَ الْغَاوِينَ, except those who follow you from the stray one. Chapter An-Nahl, Bees 100. إنما سلطانه على الذين يتولونه والذين هم به مشركون. But the power and strength over Shaitan with those who follow him and the one who are having shirk with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. By this way, when you study Quran, Allah, He give you all the condition. If you with Allah and you seek guidance and you are a slave of Allah, Allah guide you, protect you, save you from shaitan, from yourself, from this, from that. And even if you make mistakes, He will forgive you. He will give you tawbah. And if you surrender to the enemy of Allah, shaitan, there is a price. For example, الزخرف 36. ومن يعش عن ذكر الرحمن نقيد له شيطانا فهو له قرين. This is one of the most dangerous verses in Quran. If you forget Allah and you do not remember Allah, you're not in a state of remembering Allah, Allah will give you shaitan. Allah will give you shaitan. He will make you, this shaitan is your companion. فصلت 25. يبقى الزخرف 36 very dangerous. فصلت 25 وقيدنا لهم قرناء فزينوا لهم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم. We make a companion of shayateen to the human being. What they do? To decorate their own sins, decorate their own mischief between their hand and from behind them. What it meaning? Today sometime he said, how so and so do that? How King so and so do that? How Sheikh so and so do that? You have to understand. Guidance has a light. Lack of guidance has blindness. Even with knowledge. May Allah save us. And this is why the more you study this topic, the bottom line, you go back and say, Allah, please guide me. Don't make me belong to myself. Don't make me blind, Ya Allah. Please don't make me blind. Make me belong to you, Ya Allah. Make me a slave until I die, Ya Allah. Don't make me hard-headed, Ya Allah. Even in da'wah, I see it over and over again. People want to do da'wah, but their own way, according to emotion, not according to knowledge, and they stuck. Why? Lack of slavery. They're not a slave to Allah. They slave to themselves and a slave to shaitan, and they keep going in a cycle until shaitan making them destroy themselves. And they think they do goodness. This is why they will never have a fruit. They keep trying and fall, trying and fall, trying and fall. Why? Arrogant. Arrogant. And this you see it today in majority of the ummah. Small, young, learned, big, leader, groups. We're not following Allah wa Rasul. We're not. We talk like we follow, but we're not. We're too far. May Allah save us and make us get closer to Allah wa Rasuluh the maximum we can. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He talked to us at Dhariyat 41, about what He did with Ad. What He did with, Al-Fil, chapter Al-Fil, الذاريات 41. وفي عاد إذ أرسلنا عليهم الريح العقيم. Again, Allah He gave us warning about the people before. When they did not listen, what He did. Warning. وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل الفيل 3. القمر 31. إنا أرسلنا عليهم صيحة واحدة. القمر 31. And after that, I'm just trying to explain to you in here how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has another language in Quran, is when you do not listen and you do not go to Him, what will happen? Dunya and akhirah. Warning. In meantime, He tell us. For example, now I'm listening to all this, I'm full of shayateen, I have shayateen over me. Okay, remember Allah. Shayateen will go away. قل أعوذ برب الفلق, قل أعوذ برب الناس. The last two chapter is containing completely protection from shayateen. Chapter Al-Mu'minun 97 and 98. أعوذ بك من همزات الشياطين وأعوذ بك ربي أن يحضرون. Oh Allah, please protect me from the whisper of shaitan. And oh Allah, protect me, oh my Lord, when they coming. Meaning now, Allah command me and give me advice. What happened now if I do that? Another command. chapter النحل, bees, verse 98. فإذا قرأت القرآن فاستعذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. If you read Quran, first say أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Ask Allah to protect you. Chapter النحل, Allah tell me, واصبر وما صبرك إلا بالله. Be patient. And even this patient, you cannot get it except from Allah. I wish you to understand me and understand the message. It's very beautiful. In a certain condition, Allah tell you be patient. And this patient, only you can get it from Allah. Hud, chapter Hud, verse 88. وَمَا تَوْفِيقِي إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ. My ability, my strength, only from Allah. By this way, if I'm doing something good and Allah help me out, thank you, Allah. وَمَا تَوْفِيقِي إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ. Don't return it to yourself. I'm weak, I cannot do it. Oh Allah, please give me tawfiq. Allow me, Ya Allah. And a human being living in both two. Either I'm seeking his help, or I'm receiving his help and thanking him for his support. And this is why chapter Al-Baqarah, verse 250 to 251, when Allah talk about Jalut and Talut, ولما برزوا لجالوت وجنوده قالوا ربنا أفرغ علينا صبرا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين فهزموهم بإذن الله. When the army of Talut met Jalut, what they said? ربنا أفرغ علينا صبرا. Oh Allah, pour patience over us. وثبت أقدامنا, and give us, support and persevering in our feet. وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين, and give us victory over the disbeliever. What Allah said in the end? فهزموهم بإذن الله. They defeat them and become victorious by Allah. By this way, when you see in here, okay, you find out is a lot of advice, a lot of command. Kahf, chapter Kahf, verse 28. ولا تطع من أغفلنا قلبه عن ذكرنا واتبع هواه. Don't follow those who are in heedlessness and follow their desire. Al-A'raf 89. قد افترينا على الله كذبا إذ عدنا في ملتكم بعد إذ نجانا الله منها وما يكون لنا أن نعود فيها إلا أن يشاء الله ربنا. Read the last sentence of this verse. إلا أن يشاء الله ربنا. And here again, you will find in Quran, even in the middle of advice, and in every advice Allah tell you, Tawfiq is from me, patience from me, all quality from me, victory from me. ولا أخاف ما تشركون به إلا أن يشاء ربي شيئا وسع ربي كل شيء علما أفلا تذكرون. Chapter Al-An'am, verse 80. Again, everything in the hand of Allah. Did you not remember? Is any contradictory knowledge between all what we're talking about it until now? No. But even if it looked like contradiction, is not. Is a trial. This dunya is a trial. All of us is a trial. Even sometimes the knowledge of Allah is a trial if you become arrogant. If you humble, it become like honey, very soft, and it come like a puzzle. The more you humble, the more you comprehend it. The more you arrogant, you start questioning, to the point you're questioning Allah creation, you're questioning Allah qudra, you question Allah wisdom, which is a no-no. No. We have no right to question. Now, another level in Quran, another understanding, we should always be alert about it. Hidayah is many level, ability is many leveled, stray is many level, disability is many level. Allah give us many level, Allah take from us many levels. Why Allah share with us this knowledge? Why? For example, the first level is the level of creation and hidayah and taqdeer. You will find it in chapter Al-A'la, verse 1 to 3. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى. He create and he make it perfection. والذي قدر فهدى. If we start talking about this topic, you will be melted. And also As-Sajda 7. As-Sajda 7 verse 7. الذي أحسن كل شيء خلقه. He perfected everything he create. ونفس وما سواها. الشمس 7. البقرة 29. فسواهن سبع سماوات. ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت. الملك 3. What it meaning? He emphasizes his creation is perfect. If his creation is perfect, wallahi, last week I heard from one sister, she called me and tell me, can a Muslim said is no justice? This is a kufr. And this is why you will find the hadith about the dua. Goodness is from Allah. وَالشَّرُّ لَيْسَ إِلَيْكَ. And evil is not belong to you. Allah allow it with his knowledge. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he command us to do ma'roof, not evil. He command us to be people of goodness. We're not supposed to be a people of evils by any means. Taha verse 50. ربنا الذي أعطى كل شيء خلقه ثم هدى. Allah, he create everything and create the ability and after that guided. And when we see this, we see it in human being, in creature, in flies, in animal, in everything. When you look and go to study the bees hives and kingdom of bees, you cry, you really cry. You cry from the perfection. Kingdom of bees is unbelievable perfection. And the ways they handle each other. And they have a king, they have a queen, they have a workers, they have a soldier, they have this, they have that. And even you find out the head, the queen, is the most pretty, has its own color. And you find the female start giving eggs in a time of anyway. I do not want to spend all day today talking about the bees because I can talk about it and we can spend the whole day about the bees. Is not enough. It's unbelievable joy. Really, I studied very well from every aspect. You will go crazy about the qudra of Allah and Allah guide them. And even the way they created the waxing and the exact shape they call Sudasi, the one with 6 pillar or 6 point or 5.6 line. Why they created their houses this way? One of the creature do not touch any rotten things and do not come except going to the best, the nectar of the fruit or the nectar of the flower. And believe it or not, when you study the bees, you will find they have certain constitution. If the king is oppressor, the soldier get together and kill the king and elected another one, and will not obey the king who oppress. Imagine, the bees have justice and have peaceful harmony with each other to the point they will not allow mischief to happen inside. And anyone misbehave, they have a soldier to kill them. Nobody allowed to misbehave. We need to study the king of bees and the queen of bees and the bees hives. Maybe we'll have a little bit of manner. Similar the pigeon. Look at the pigeon, very small. Egyptian and Arabic people, they're really fanatic about pigeon. Not about the quality of the pigeon, the manner of the pigeon, the wisdom of the, no, the taste of the pigeon. They eat it. It's very delicious. But believe it or not, when you study in a history, pigeon was one of the very high elite creature, because for years pigeon was the internet of all the king. But imagine, they have a secret code. They carry the letter from king to another in a way it will be received to the certain person. Go study how the bird has been used in history to pass certain letter. You said, Subhanallah. This pigeon, the small one, when you study their quality and manner, one man, he gave a story about he has some pigeon, he cut their wings, by this way you cannot fly, and he left them and he has to travel. And he has another group of pigeon, they fly, and he left an opening for them. He come back and he felt he did mischief, and the pigeon who was been cutting, he cut their own wings, they should be dead. They find him, he find all the pigeon in a very good shape, and mashallah gaining weight. He watched from distance what happened. The pigeon who can fly, they have kids, and the kids, the big pigeon, they used to go get food and feed the small baby. And when the big pigeon find out the another pigeon do not and is hungry, they get food and feed the adult who do not have it. What it meaning? Justice, generosity, consideration, kindness. Pigeon have it. Imagine, shame on us today, we lost the quality, even the animal and bird have it. Why? Because when you study in Quran what Allah talk about the bees, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talk about the bees. He created them and he gives them guidance. What about the ant? Allah mentioned that many creature in Quran. Like one scholar, he said, if you study all this creature Allah mentioned, you will be shy because you have very high quality. Like some people went to him and they tell him, you're living far away. You're not communicating with human being. You're spending a lot of time alone. How you get all this quality? Believe it or not. He said, I watch in Quran how Allah mentioned the bees, the ant and hopi. I study them. I keep watching them. And I learn a lot of good quality from them. Naml, verse 18. When one ant give advice and wisdom to her own people. And Naml 17, chapter Naml, verse 17, same. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentioned in the Quran, is everything is no creature, no creation, no creature except umamun amthalukum, nation like you, they do zikr, they do tasbih and worship Allah, but we're not aware about it. Is a story about Sulaiman alayhi salam. One time he went with his people to make dua to Allah. It was a high. He find one ant lying down on her back and her leg is up. What she's doing? She calling Allah and he heard her. And she said, Oh Allah, we are creation of your creation and no one for us except you. Oh Allah, please give us provision from your provision and don't destroy us with what other did. When Sulaiman alayhi salam heard that, he said to his people, go back. One namla, one ant, her dua is sufficient enough for us. Allah will take care about us. What about the hopi? The hopi is the one Allah give him the ability to check and sense where is the worm. Hopi do not look. Lobi, he sense it. He go to a certain area and he get the worm. Imagine, he fly and he eat. Who guide him? Who guide him? Who guide him and give him the sensor to know how he can find his? Imam Shafi'i said, I did not see someone with wisdom more than pigeon. And I want you to learn. Go to the pigeon and see the size of the head. When you take the skull and everything, you find the brain of the pigeon not even close to a half or 1/3 or 2/3 maximum according to size of one chickpeas. 1/3 to 2/3 of the size of a chickpeas. This is the size of the brain. And has unbelievable wisdom and dignity. And you can train the pigeon to go travel and follow command and get away from anybody can stop it. Do you believe this? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he mentioned one time, is one man, he was walking next to his cow and he get tired He sat over the cow. The cow spoke to him. She said, Allah did not create me for that. He says, Subhanallah, a baqarah tatakallam, a cow is talking. And you have many verse like that, many story like that. Al-Furqan, chapter Al-Furqan, verse 44. أم تحسب أن أكثرهم يسمعون أو يعقلون إن هم إلا كالأنعام بل هم أضل سبيلا. When Allah talk about the heedlessness one, the one refused to listen to the word of Allah and follow him. I want you to read this, similar to 179 Al-A'raf. Allah, He said, those who are heedless, they are worse than cattle, than animal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in chapter Al-An'am 38 and 39 about no bird, no creature except أمم أمثالكم ما فرطنا في الكتاب من شيء. We did not leave nothing out of this book. And read the ending of the verse 39. وَالَّذِينَ كَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِنَا, and those who deny our signs. Someone deaf, بكم, they cannot talk. في الظلمات. We talked about it before. Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about the people who disbelieve, deaf and mute in the darkness. He didn't said talk about their eyes, because eyes in the darkness doesn't mean nothing. If you are in the dark, if you ever been in a big cave and you get lost, your eyes doesn't mean nothing. It's too dark. You have no flashlight, you have no light, you have no way to. How now you get guided? You guided by hearing and talking. Hey yo! You make sound, and the sound lead you to the opening, or you can get help from outside. By hearing the sound of the wind, you can know which direction is a hole is to get out. Look at the perfection of the composing of Allah. He's an example of the person is lost in the darkness, like the one who cannot hear, he cannot talk. What it meaning? He will never find his way. Because if you are deaf and mute in the middle of the darkness, you have no way of communication with anyone from the outside world. You finished. And after that, the ending, Man yasha Allahu yudlilu. If Allah want, He will make you stray. And whoever want, Allah make him guided to his own path. When I hear this, I should be scared to be far away from Allah. And I should always beg Allah to guide me. And this why, if you are a Muslim and you pray, the first thing you do is recite Surah Al-Fatiha. And what is it? Ihdina, guide me to the truth path. Chapter Al-Isra 44. Again, وَإِن مِّن شَيْءٍ إِلَّا يُسَبِّحْ بِحَمْدِهِ. Nothing is created. Do not make tasbih and thanks to Allah. Meaning everything created. Everything, yes. Allah said everything. Do tasbih and do hamd. This is why if you go to the mountain, go to the jungle, all of a sudden you find peace and tranquility. Where is the peace and tranquility? Because all this creation, all these trees, all these leaves, everything, what does he do? Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, Subhanallah al-Azim, and a lot of angels. No sense. You go to the mall, you go to the market, you forget Allah. How many of us go to the market or a mall and remember Allah, and how many times? But once you go to the jungle, the mountain, far away from human being, it's very easy to remember Allah. Very easy and very beautiful. And it means a lot. It can build your iman. This is why the early people used to run away. Chapter An-Nur, verse 41. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala challenging us. أَلَمْ تَرَ أَنَّ اللَّهَ يُسَبِّحُ لَهُ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Did you not see everything Allah created in heaven and earth do tasbih? وَالطَّيْرُ صَافَّاتٍ كُلٌّ قَدْ عَلِمَ صَلَاتَهُ وَتَسْبِيحَهُ. Everyone, he know his pray and how he do tasbih. Al-Hajj 18. Again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the one, everything makes sajda for him. وَالْقَمَرُ وَالنُّجُومُ وَالْجِبَالُ وَالشَّجَرُ وَالدَّوَابُ. Everything. An-Nahl 49. Saba 4. And we talked about it before. وَأَوْحَى رَبُّكَ إِلَى النَّحْلِ. Chapter An-Naml 68. And this is why, by the way, when I talk to people who don't believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I said, take the kingdom of bees from Africa, Australia, New Zealand, China, Middle East, Far East, Europe. You find the kingdom of the bees has one constitution, one system, one design. Is the bees who ever went to college to study that? Is he calling somebody and they pass the knowledge to each other? No. Who guide them? Who guide them to follow a certain system? But again, how many scientists, big scientists, they know a lot and they are atheists. What more than that? Thank Allah if you said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Imagine bees from all the earth. Same design, same architect, same constitution, same everything is same. No prejudice. Who teaching all of them? Is this not enough to know the teacher is one? The one who guide them? Don't ever forget. Saba, chapter Saba, verse 10. Chapter An-Naml, verse 68. An-Naml 18. An-Naml 16. علمنا منطق الطير. Allah, he teach, he guide, he teach. We talk about that in a session about what animal know we do not know, and we find out before any major crisis, animal and bird leave. Where does he get the knowledge from? How does he get the early warning? How comes he go to a direction, opposite direction of the crisis? This phenomenon, I talk about it in the session, in the final chapter. What animal know we do not know? And the bottom line, if you get to know this topic, if you're not a Muslim, you have to be a Muslim, because you discover the teacher is one, the guider is one. If nobody know about the earthquake, what will happen, and volcano, what make the bird know ahead of time, or the fish, or the insect, or the animal? What make them feel it in a certain time? And not only that, and they go to the opposite direction. What it mean? Somebody tell them, go to this direction. By the way, is a package of knowledge. It's not only warning. I can tell you, oh, and you panic. Where I go? What to do? No. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he don't do that. If you're watching the animal and bird, you go crazy. When a time before crisis is almost like listening, okay? And you find the leader, go, no argue, and everybody follow. And you keep going until certain place and stop. Why? There's a message. The message, it came, leave now. Go, for example, northwest with this angle, okay, to a certain destination, okay, no argue. Now they are safe. Poor us human being. We become arrogant, we refuse messages, and that's it. Go to this chapter or this session. What animal know we do not know? In here, you might say, what this guy trying to say today? It's the same topic still. But we're going to stop at this moment. The one who are in control, he guide, he gives the knowledge, he gives the ability, he gives the quality. He deserves to be worshipped, to be praised, to be thanked. And we have plenty to thank Allah for. Plenty. Plenty. The more you know, the more you discover how much you are living in the bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And after all this, you're thanking Allah and Allah thanking you. You're thanking Allah, show gratitude. He tell you, I will reward you. Oh Allah, you give me bounty. You give me everything. And you forgive me. Tawbah, you give me ability. And you will reward me. And you will give me a final stage in heaven, inshallah, in Jannah. And you will please me. This I call it the journey of happiness. The mu'min always happy in any aspect. Even if I'm desperate to Allah, even desperation to Allah is happiness. It gives you happiness. Being weak and want Allah is happiness. And when Allah give you, you're happy. When you're waiting for your Lord to give you, you're happy. And if He doesn't give you, you're happy because you know He guide you and everything has a wisdom. He didn't forget you. He didn't forget you. No way. He didn't forget you. I bear witness to Allah. I saw it by my own eyes. One time in the middle of the winter, I was on the top of the mountain somewhere. And I looked to an area full of rocks, only rocks. And I see this creature. It's some kind of a creature. I don't know, it is ant or some kind of a family of ant, but a creature. Coming from a tiny hole inside the rock with a green leaf inside her mouth. I said, Subhanallah, is Razzaq. Subhanallah. Where she's going in the middle of the wind and cold. Allah guide, Allah create, Allah guide. Allah create and guide and give the ability. If I'm listening to this and I believe in Allah, I need Allah more. I need to get closer to Allah more. I need to humble myself to Allah more. And if I have quality, thank you Allah for what you offer me. Increase your bounty to me. And if I do not have, thank you Allah. You did not deny me because you forget me or you torture me. You deny me for something wise, for something wisdom, something very high, something you want to give me, even if I do not comprehend it. If it's not now, in a hereafter. Right? Why all the giving and take with a wisdom, with my goodness, part of my life, part of my trial. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to live with His guidance. Oh Allah, increase your guidance to us, Ya Allah. Make us comprehend your message the maximum we can, Ya Allah. Make us a slave to you the maximum we can, Ya Allah. Make us belong to you the maximum we can, Ya Allah. Make us show gratitude to you the maximum we can, Ya Allah. Give us the ability to serve you, to praise you, to thank you the maximum we can, Ya Allah. Make us, Ya Allah, spread the knowledge about you, to let people know who you are, Ya Allah. Oh Allah, thank you, Allah, for guiding us. Thank you, Allah, for guiding us. We do not deserve it. It's all from you, Ya Allah. Thank you, Allah, for all your goodness. Make me live, Ya Allah, with thanking you. Make me spread the thanks of you, and make me, Ya Allah, die thanking you. Make me enter the grave thanking you, and make me meet you thanking you under the banner of Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, the day of judgment, the banner of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Ameen, Ameen, Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. وصلى اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. سبحانك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. To be continue, inshallah, if I'm still alive. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.